Hi Scorpios, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Taurus and Scorpio on Tuesdays. The deck that I'm using today is called the Sun and Moon Tarot. And as always, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, the links are in the description. Also, just as a heads up, the cards in this deck really like to flip over within the deck, but I see them, but I won't take them until they pop out like these two cards did. I'm going to go ahead and take this card, as well as this card, and I'm going to shuffle and try to get one more card. There it is. Alright, so I do want to mention that I am getting some of the similar energies that I picked up on the Taurus reading, right? So they got the Three of Cups as well. And they also got the Queen of Cups, so the counterpart to the King of Cups. They also got the Eight of Cups, and you got the Seven of Cups, so there's some progression there. So if you're, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, it might be good to go check out their reading. But moving on to the signs of the major arcana that I see, there's the Emperor, the Hermit, and the Temperance, which stand in for Aries, Virgo, and Sagittarius, respectively. So if you're dealing with any of those three signs, you know, just a little bit of extra confirmation for you guys. If you're not, then don't worry. This reading may still resonate with you guys, but your overall energy is your Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups has a couple different interpretations that I personally like. The first one is reunion, and I feel as if now is a time that you're going to be hanging out with your friends. I'm seeing like a bar almost, like you guys are just hanging out together. Maybe you're going bar hopping. I'm seeing martinis as well, so maybe you guys are drinking martinis with your friends or whatever, but I'm seeing like people being together having fun, and I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but I feel like there's some weird underlying tension here. I'm not exactly sure what it is just from the Three of Cups alone, but it feels like almost there's some kind of competition, or maybe something that was said in the past and people are just like on weird terms. But I feel like that's sort of an allegory for your energy as a whole. Even though this reading is timeless, I am filming it about a week before Thanksgiving. So it could be that maybe you guys have family members that are, you know, that you're on weird terms with. But I definitely see the Hermit card here, which tells me that you guys are going to go within. Which tells me that you guys are going to go, you know, through going within, are going to think about these things and reflect upon them. And I feel like, you know, you're not going to take any rash actions towards this person or anything. I don't feel like it's something that's warranted. But I do feel that you guys are going to really question the situation, especially with this Temperance card, because the Temperance card talks about balancing, right? So I feel like you're trying to temper and balance your sort of agenda and like emotional state, I should say, with this other person. It almost feels like you guys are butting heads a lot. It's very interesting because we have the Four of... It could be that this person is also romantic, because I see the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups represents Cancers, Pisces, and other Scorpios, such as yourself. So now that I think about it, it could actually be your own energy as well. So, you know, definitely always try to be as, you know, highly vibrational as you can. You definitely don't want to settle for being a page. You want to be a king or a queen, just depending on what your energy is. But with the Seven of Cups here, I feel that there is a certain level of fantasy here with someone. I feel like you guys or them are thinking about this connection that you guys could have or maybe even have, but they're it's not so much like holding hands and watching movies. They're thinking about the down and dirty, especially with the Seven of Cups, because on the card itself it says debauchery, or rather debauch, but it feels like very sort of hot and heavy fantasies here. But it's very interesting because there's the Four of Cups in reverse, and to me the Four of Cups sort of talks about this apathy towards sort of regular relationships and wanting to like strive for a much more higher, deeper level relationship. So to see it in reverse almost makes me feel that right now isn't a time that you're doing that. I feel like right now you guys are just really in the mood to have a good time and have fun, just some honest, clean fun or whatever. Like I was saying earlier with this Three of Cups, is that there's reunions. It could be like a date as well. Definitely with this Page, or rather, yes, Page of Swords, because it's the princess. I see this energy of wanting to come forth with a message. It almost feels like you might want to talk to someone, because whenever I see this King of Cups, it looks like he is getting ready to go into a stride or a gallop, right? So it's almost like he's going towards someone. And with this Emperor, I feel that, you know, like I said earlier, Aries energy, but I also feel like it could be a very strong fatherly type person. For some of you, you may very well be trying to establish a relationship with someone who's older than you. But I'm looking at this Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups talks about, to me, growing something, right? And to see it in reverse almost makes me feel as if like you want this to grow, but you're not necessarily putting in the work for it. It's like you went to the store and bought some seeds, but you haven't planted them, you haven't watered them, you haven't taken care of them, and now here comes the winter and you can't plant them anymore and you can't water them anymore, but there they are. And I feel like that might be, like I was saying earlier with this Four of Cups, it's almost like you're having a lot of like stop and go energy right now. Like it might go into what you were expecting and then it just doesn't. And I think that in part has to do with, it might have to do with your energy and how you're reflecting and how you're coming off into the situation. And maybe that's why you have this Hermit card, is almost because you're sort of reflecting on that and trying to, you know, come forth in a way that'll make them understand, oh, they want, this is what they want. And it's almost like some of you, I'm kind of shying away from saying the word commitment. And I feel like that's sort of what you guys are doing as well. I feel like a lot of you guys aren't using that particular word because of, you know, your particular state of mind right now, or maybe the other person's state of mind. But it almost feels like sometimes you're flipping back and forth between what it is that you want. And I don't want to be that person that's like telling you what you should want. Definitely, I think that you guys should decide very firmly on what it is, what approach it is that you want to take, and then follow it. Because with this King of Cups, I definitely see that you guys are in a very high energy. It's just that I think that for some of you, you might be very much stressed out with work or something else on your mind. But whatever it is, I'm seeing reunions. I'm seeing very important reunions. But that was your reading for this time around, Scorpios. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys or not. But like I said before, I upload my new Scorpio videos on Tuesdays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of the other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.